On December 27, 2023, the well-recognized Parasite actor Lee Sun Kyun was found dead in his car in Seoul of South Korea. It was suspected that he died by suicide amidst his drug abuse investigation. For those who do not know of the movie Parasite, it was the first ever Korean movie to win an Oscar award, and the actor Lee Sun Kyun had played a very pivotal role in it. So for him to be found deceased in his car was not only a shock to South Korea, but to the entire world. But to have you understand what happened on 27 December, I'll have to take you a little back into the case. In October of 2023, the Incheon Metropolitan Police Agency's Narcotics Crime Investigation Unit was conducting an internal investigation against a South Korean actor named L, along with 7 others. The actor's name soon started to surface all over the news and internet. The South Korean actor was later tested for drug abuse with hair samples taken. In November, it was reported that the samples had no trace of drugs on it. Lee Sun Kyun was brought in for questioning on December 24 and was interrogated for 19 hours by the Drug Crime Investigation Unit of Incheon Police Agency. On the morning of 27 December, a distressing call was made by a woman who claimed that her husband had left and behind he left a letter that seemed to be a suicide note. Later, the police confirmed that the man had been identified as Lee Sun Kyun. Reportedly, the police found evidence of lit charcoal inside Lee Sun Kyun's car, suggesting that he might have died of suicide. The actor's fall from grace was as stunning as his rise. In that context, the Korean media and police had taken a very cruel approach to this case. Police rejected Lee's request that his final appearance for questioning be held discreetly. The Korean media covered this case extensively without giving the man a single break. From October to December, there were around 3,000 new articles on Lee Sun Kyun's drug case. BBC in one of their articles called Lee Sun Kyun an imperfect victim. As much as we understand the atrocities that Lee had undergone, he was not seen as a perfect victim. He had admitted to meeting a female escort even though he had a family and had been married for 14 years. He admitted to consuming what she had given him even though he claimed that he didn't know it was drugs. When it comes to the outlook on drugs, Korea and Asia in general have had more conservative and hardened views on it. Unlike the West, seeking help is still very much criticized. Reluctance to talk about the mental health struggles are still very much prevalent. To understand a little more about this case, let's first understand what substance abuse and addiction is. Why is it so hard to get rid of it? Drug addiction, also called the substance use disorder, is a disease that affects a person's brain and behavior and thus leads to an inability to control the use of legal or illegal drug or medicine for that matter. Substances such as alcohol, marijuana, and nicotine are also considered drugs. When you are addicted, you may continue using these drugs despite the harms it causes. As time passes, one may need larger doses of drugs to get high. As your drug use increases, you may find that it's increasingly difficult to go without the drug. An attempt to discontinue the drugs may be followed by withdrawal symptoms that may cause intense cravings and make you feel physically ill. Society's view of drugs and drug abusers has mostly been horrid. But why exactly is it so difficult to let go of drugs? Why can't people just quit drugs? Our brains are equipped with remarkable reward system, a mechanism designed by nature to encourage behaviors crucial for our survival and well-being. This system operates by triggering the release of neurotransmitters, the brain's natural chemicals associated with pleasure, in response to actions that support our health. This is why getting good marks on the test you studied for, or seeing the person you love smile, all of it feels so rewarding. In this process of acquiring new memories and qualities, the brain tends to link the reward with its associated cues, like the feeling of happiness when your loved one laughs at a joke that you made, which makes you want to joke more around them. The brain associates the reward with the feeling, place, or person. What drugs do is hijack this reward system by becoming an imposter. Drugs tend to mimic these neurotransmitters. In a longer period, these drugs can change the way certain areas of the brain work and communicate with each other. These changes can gradually make it hard to even enjoy simple things in life, thus causing dependency on the drug to even feel happy. Now, at this point, even if a person tried stopping or reducing the dosage of drugs, it causes withdrawal symptoms that can range from diarrhea and body pain to life-threatening emergencies. Repeated use can damage or weaken the brain's ability to exercise self-control or manage the daily stresses of life. They tend to go back to drugs when things do not feel good or how they used to as a result of their weakened ability to manage stress. Through frequent drug use, the brain can establish significantly stronger associations between drugs and various cues linked to them. These cues, often referred to as triggers, encompass people, locations, objects, and emotions that evoke memories of drug use, making the individual strongly desire to consume drugs once more. These triggers thus contribute to the cycle of addiction. Neural pathways associated with drug-seeking behavior become stronger, making the urge to use these drugs more intense and automatic. When an individual does attempt to cease the drug usage, the ongoing encounters with stress might prompt the cravings and they'd want to return to the drug use. This is called relapse, the act of resuming drug use after an attempt to quit. It is important to understand that relapse, much like addiction itself, does not signify weakness. Although drugs have the capacity to alter brain, treatments along with time can facilitate its restoration. Recovery from addiction is achievable, particularly with right support to manage withdrawal symptoms, navigate triggers, and enact positive lifestyle changes. After learning all this and coming back to the case I started with, why do we as a society still stigmatize drug abuse so much? I feel it has a lot to do with how our society copes. How our society blames the entertainment industry for the dependency on drugs, but looks the other way when rigorous work environments are ever discussed. It is how we fail to own the holes in the society, but scream when individuals jump or crawl to get through those holes. The continued inhumanity that media or people in power put on individuals to milk a headline. The continued monetization of the shock value of an event. And at the end, the stigma of asking for mental health support. It is the look, honestly. The look we give to someone when they cannot man up and get back to work. The look we have before labeling them insane, when in actuality, we are all failing in some way every day and reaching our construct of insane. So that was all for today, and I'll see you again with another better slapping video hopefully. Till then, please like, share, and subscribe the channel. And at the end, always remember to be empathetic.